Hey y'all, hey. Y'all been struggling to do a video on Mercury retrograde this whole entire past week. And now we're on the precipice, I would say, because it's not quite the eclipse yet. We're on the precipice of a new moon in Aries with a solar eclipse as well. So, guys, let me just say, know the difference between a real astrologer who uses social media versus social media astrologers. So, if, astrology, if tarot reading and divination and all that stuff wasn't like the jam right now, they wouldn't be doing it. Like, I know, I know for myself, and I come from a line of, even in my spiritual family, of people who are real practitioners. We do this. So don't believe everything you see. I'm going to put that disclaimer out there. Now let's talk a little bit about this solar eclipse. So this new moon in Aries is going to bring in a total solar eclipse. And it's a super new moon, right? So it's going to be in 19 degrees, I believe, of Aries, but it doesn't come in until 2:21 Eastern Standard Time. Now, I'm on Eastern Time. So, if you're not on Eastern Time, just do the math. Whether you're, ahead of us or behind us. So, anyways, y'all, Aries is ruled by Mars, okay? Mars is the planet of power, aggression, masculine energy, war. So if you think about that old book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, it kind of all makes sense. So Aries being a fire sign and being ruled by Mars, it's a very fast, aggressive energy, okay? So, I've watched some videos of people talking about this eclipse, and they're like, oh, don't do this and don't do that, and this is how you survive, and child. We already in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, y'all. So because we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde, yes, I'm going to say, don't go out and buy a brand new car today or a brand new house or sign any important documents or sign up for anything really important today. Like, don't do that. Thinking like this super solar eclipse is going to do something. No. This total solar eclipse, because y'all, this don't happen like all this BS about, oh, it's happened once every 100 years. No, that's not true. That's not true. Oh, don't look into it. Come on, y'all. Really? If you go outside and look up at the sky and look at it, it's not. I feel like people get into this alien phenomenon. That's what I call it. It's like, oh my gosh, is this the aliens? No, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Anyways, I'm gonna post a chart like I always do. So take a look at your rising sign if you know it, whether you follow sidereal or which is Eastern astrology or Western astrology. For example, I follow both, so I look at both of my rising signs. And so work with whatever house, So for me, it's the 8th house and the 9th house. It could be different for you. It just depends, My rising sign is Virgo and Leo, depending on which side of the planet I'm looking at, Eastern or Western. So just knowing your rising sign, like I always say, is the most important thing. When you're working with moon energy now, y'all, people talking about some don't do this, don't do that, don't manifest. You be a fool to listen to these people. New moons to heck with me, y'all. To hell with me. This stuff ain't gonna change. New moons are the time to manifest. Doesn't mean you go out and do anything. It's the time to do some manifestation work for a new moon. I don't care if it's a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse surrounding the new moon. All those energies do is gives power, okay, to boost the work that you're doing. That's it. Just be doing the right work. Don't work against yourself, okay? In terms of Aries rules the first house. That's, that's not going to change. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. That's not going to change. So now is a good time to reinvent yourself. Now is a good time to think about how you want to show up in the world, what you want to look like, how you want your wardrobe to look. Now is a good, just because of that first house energy, right? Because the first house is of self, ego, how you show up in the world, outer appearance, all that kind of stuff, okay? But depending on where this move falls in your chart, you can look at other things, right? So, for example, for me, I'm going to be looking at debt relief, traveling, and other income, like outside of my own, like, other income. So, and that's the 8th and 9th house energy. Also higher education, stuff like that. So any rituals that I do, I'm going to be working with where this moon falls in my chart, in my birth chart. So you all have to look at, and I'm going to post it, where this moon falls for you in your birth chart. Simple as that. But yeah, I hear people saying, don't manifest. Don't you be a fool to listen to these people. This is the best time to manifest big things that you want. And be careful, y'all, what you manifest during this time. Because again, I'm going to say this one more time. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. And it's a fire element. Fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay? So fire burns fast. It's quick. It ain't slow. So whatever you manifest now, just expect it to happen fast. Be careful what you ask for. That's one thing, okay? But now is a good time for you to make your new moon wishes. Your new moon wishes and intentions, y'all, for whatever you want to see happen between now and later on this year. I want to say there's another solar eclipse later on this year. In October, for sure. It might be another one too, but I can only think so far. There's a full moon in Aries in October as well. But it's a super full moon, just like this one. So listen, y'all. Definitely burn some candles. Do some spiritual work for yourself and stuff you want to manifest. Don't listen to these people. Now, should you go out and make any major purchases right now or do anything major? No, because we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde and I just don't advise it. I never do. Some other things you might, or feelings you might encounter, is the desire to have conversation and communication. Purge, whether that's writing in a journal, going to a therapist, or talking to a friend. So you might find yourself sharing things with people that's close to you, or, even publicly for some people, like that you've been holding in and you just feel like now's the time to get it out. Some of you might start writing books right now just to get it out. So there is an energy in this moon of purging, with this total solar eclipse, of purging, getting information off your chest. Like, say you've been going through a period and now you're like the phoenix. You died, now you're rising from the ashes. That's how it is. So when, in the myth of a phoenix, the phoenix dies, burns up, turns to ash, and then rises from the ashes, right? So this is the time to rise from the ashes, okay? If you've been healing through going through something, healing from something, keeping something close to your chest because you're private, something like that, you might find yourself just sharing it, whether you share it with a friend, a family member, a journal, a book that you start writing. Now's the time to kind of get information out of yourself, to purge in that way. But y'all, new moons ain't the time for releasing, and that's full moon and wanding moons, okay? Everybody knows that's a real astrologer, that new moons and waxing moons are for manifesting. So believe what you want, but I said it here first. Don't listen to all these quacks. Don't listen to all these people and they propaganda. They'll have you messed up out here in these streets. Now, don't go do nothing too crazy because, again, this Mercury retrograde, but y'all, I be getting so tired of people. All you gotta do today is live your best life. If you're not feeling well like me from all these pollen and stuff down in Georgia, then I'm gonna be resting. And this is it for me today. I'm about to be resting. But I had to come on here and tell you all happy new moon in Aries, and to just let you know that there's nothing to be afraid of. This moon can, all solar eclipses, y'all, can start a new beginning for you, but it just is up to you. The fact that this total solar eclipse is falling on an Aries moon, new moon, this is definitely a big time to focus on what you want and don't focus on what you don't want. You may find that there's some people in your life that haven't been all that nice to you in the past couple months, trying to be nice to you now, and you might find that people who have been nice to you are pulling back from you. Again, this is Mercury retrograde energy. Don't get that confused with this total solar eclipse, okay? That's just what happens in Mercury retrograde. Stuff is reversed. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff isn't going to flow correctly because of the retrograde anyways. So don't let people just be like, oh, it's this solar eclipse and this solar eclipse. Yes, it's extra power for those of us who are manifesting, and who do manifestation work and who have clients or, just do work for ourselves. It don't matter. Just don't get hung up on, because Mercury is retrograde in Aries. The sun is in Aries. The moon is in Aries right now. And then the North Star, the North Node, and Chiron, I believe, are all in Aries. Okay. So that's a lot of firepower. So all I can say is definitely be careful what you do and what you wish to manifest into your life, because it's a lot of power behind it now. But Mercury is transitioning out of Aries soon. So just to say that, it's like on the very end of Aries, and it's going to be going over into Taurus. So let me just say this, y'all. Don't let nobody talk you out of your blessings. I'm going to close with that. Stop allowing people to talk you out of your blessings. If you listen to somebody say, well, don't do nothing today, don't do no manifestation work, you got a good 48 to 72 hours from today to capitalize fully off of this new moon in Aries energy and this total solar eclipse energy, y'all. So take advantage of it. Light you a candle, something that you want some firepower behind. Big ups to all those people where this moon falls in your 10th house or your second house. You better be doing some work. If all those people that want love, if this falls in your 7th house or your 5th house, or maybe even your 4th house, please take advantage of this energy, y'all. Don't be sitting around listening to these whoop-de-boos tell you not to take advantage of this energy and use it to the fullest, because again, whereas you might feel the need to share, and get stuff off your heart during this time, this ain't the time to do no be gone, get out my life. You missed that. You missed that. That was like 2 days ago, okay? You missed it. Don't do that stuff now, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. This is a time to attract the things to you that you want. This energy is not going to change, y'all, just because of a total solar eclipse. So definitely use this new moon energy. Set your new moon intentions, things you wish to see happen between now and mid-October of this year. When it comes to love, your finances, travel, wherever it falls in your house, your friendships and social connections, it doesn't matter. Wherever it falls out in your house, including the first house, because Aries rules the first house. We have a lot of Aries energy going on right now. All right, y'all, I will see you next time. Stay safe, be blessed, and stop listening to all these folks. Oh,